But listen, we were talking a minute ago about the rapid pace that Mario hit the ground running, and he leaves the press conference. He goes to Miami Central, sees Roland Smith. He goes up to Fort Lauderdale, sees Nigel E. Kelly, and then he goes out to see Earl Little and Earl Little Jr. And you know, first day on the job, that shows you the level of respect that he had for the Little family. And Earl Little Sr. Lamar joins us now, and Bruce and Earl. What was that like for you to have Mario come to your home last night? His first day on the job at the U.
It was pretty cool. To see him at the press conference. Well, actually, I wasn't there, but seeing it trending on social media, and then we was communicating throughout the day. And matter of fact, right before he touched down, he hit me up before he touched down, and then we was trying to work it out and see when can we get it done. So we got it done. So it was cool. He was still in the same suit that he had on in the morning. He was out there pounding the pavement. That's what he does.
Hey, welcome back to the show, by the way.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for having me.
Did you feel
Look at the nice Christmas tree too, man.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, I don't like. Hey, Garrett, I don't like the fact you said the Little family. I keep thinking of Stuart Little. Don't say that. Don't say that, bro. I'm thinking
man. LT
running around there and everything.
LT, if I heard that, man. If I got $1 for every time I heard something about Stuart Little, man, woo!
So Earl, do you feel special getting the visit on the first day? I mean, in all honesty, I mean, we know where things have been going with your son's recruitment. He's been an Alabama lean for a very, very long time, but things did not go well with Miami from day one. It's been a struggle for Miami the whole way. But how did it feel that Mario comes in and chooses your home for his first day on the job?
Well, I felt good, like he said inside when him and I was talking through text message. He said it was a priority, and he put priority in all caps. So just to see a guy like that, but his resume speaks for itself. So that it's not surprising to me. I know what he's been doing, and from building FIU up to a bowl game, and then coming to the U, and then the GOAT picked him up, and then and look at the guys he brought to Alabama, that he got from South Florida, and then from him to go to Oregon and have top recruiting classes over there in Oregon, and number 1 in the Pac-12. So it's not a surprise at all.
Now, let me ask you this, Earl. I mean, he came by himself. It was solo dolo. I mean,
solo.
You, him, and his son. Y'all just up in there looking at the Christmas tree decorations. I mean, that's some good stuff, bro.
Well, good stuff. How could I do it? He took a picture by that one over there. He didn't take a picture by this one. So we got two. I'm flexing a little bit.
He didn't bring any coaches with him?
Man, this dude big time, bro. Hey, I'm trying to focus in a little bit, see if I see in the A, in the U, anything on that tree that could give it away, dog. Yeah, I'm looking, bro. I'm looking.
Everybody got to wait for 15, 16, or 17. I'm not sure. He hasn't picked.
Let me ask you this, Earl. The fact that he came by himself, I mean, is that a positive? I mean, that he was there, he could have brought 2, 3, 4 guys, DB coaches, guy from Fort Lauderdale, guy from Miami. He could have brought Cooney. He could have brought anybody else in there, but he came solo dolo. Is that a positive or a negative for you?
That's a positive, bro. It's a positive. But he had his road dog with him, but road dog stayed in the car. I call him a little Scarface buddy.
Who was the driver? Tell us who the driver was.
Bro, this is stuff movie made out of.
Mirabal.
Yeah, Coach Mirabal, OG.
Dog, he about this tall, dog.
Yeah, he about this tall,
Yeah, we all the same age, bro. He with us, dog.
Yeah, I know. When I was the head coach at Miami Jackson, I had a great relationship with Mirabal from back then. That's my little dog, man. And when we when we went out to Oregon, he was there, and then when I when they pulled up to the house, um, um, Mario came in, and then he was like, I'm just coming in, and just gonna be me solo or whatever. And he's like, he said, coach gonna wait out in the car, and I was like, well, what coach is out in the car? And he said, Coach Mirabal. So I had to go holler at my dude. Gave him a big hug. Hey, LT, Gary, you guys, and Bruce, he was already draped up in his gear.
Bro, listen, bro. Look, bro. I was in the equipment
He changed
room.
in the car.
Listen, I was in the equipment room when he got his gear. I was back there doing my thing.
Get your bag.
But I was back there. He was like, yo, bro, I don't need all that. I just need a shirt and some. I need a hat. That's it. I said, that is Mirabal. And then he was like, he goes, oh, by the way, Mario not wearing all that. He's not wearing those orange tennis shoes. He ain't wearing none of that. He's just straight black. He's very. He was telling the equipment guys in the back, dog. It was an incredible conversation to hear Mirabal talk about one of his better friends in life.
For 37 years. That's what we talked about before they pulled off last night. We was talking outside for a minute, and he was like, "Yo, Earl, it's been my guy for 37 years." And I told him, I said, "Man, that's a blessing." I said, because I think about Marlon every day. And Marlon's my best friend since second grade. I say, so it's great to see you guys still rolling like that, for 37 years.
Yeah, it is great. It's funny you're talking about that, and Ryan
First
Collins.
of all, hold on. Let me get a shout out to Earl Little.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's some eggnog.
No, man, I'm trying to be like that. I'm trying to be like that rapper that he take a shot every time somebody do something good. I can't think of his name, but he got a good show. I can't think of his name. I'll think of it later. But
oh, okay.
So, as the voice of the fan, as Gary pronounces me on this show, we're all, I know you're not going to say anything, but did that help at all for Miami's chances yesterday? I know the people that are watching this just want to have some sort of a hope. They want hope. Is there a hope?
Right. Well, there's always a chance, but like I've always said from day one, this was never about, and I hate to go there because I see stuff in the way people take it with the whole Manny issue. Like how all this bull crap started was I was on a podcast back in January when everything opened back up, and a gentleman asked me what was recruiting like and have I heard from the former coach? And I told him no, and I named the coaches who I've built a relationship with. And that was all that was said, and which is true. I never had a relationship with dude, and that wasn't on me, But anyways, don't want to be the dead horse. But it's but to go back to that, I've been saying since then that this is going to be Junior's decision to make. I'm not forcing my child to go to no school. I would never do that because he the one that got to get up and run those 110s during the spring. He the one that got to go in the weight room, got to go to class.
Wait. In Miami, we run 110s.
Right.
At Miami. And by the way, thank you to the viewers. It's Nori.
Noriega.
Noriega.
Yeah.
Shout out to Noriega.
I record that show. Yeah.
Boy, he's going to be toasting a lot of people tonight when he keeps doing this.
Sorry about that, Earl. I don't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, but he got to live with this, and it's not a 3 to 4 year decision for this young man. This is a 40, 50 year decision that he has to make, and we're going to support him no matter where he goes to school, and because at the end of the day, it's about him. Because I'll be damned if I force my child to go to somebody's school and just let's just say things don't work out for him. Now I got to live with that, So fans,
Earl Little. That's what I'm talking about, Earl Little.
Fans gonna come and go. This is my child, and this is the relationship that I have. He's my best friend, and anybody who's been watching him, because I've been sharing. People DM me, all the time, and thank you, man. I've been watching you and your sons just from the time he played at Pasadena all the way up to now. You've been doing a great job. I don't need a pat on the back from anybody, but it's good to hear that people have watched and see the parenting, how I parent my child, and Jesse and I, we do a great job, with that, and he's been raised right. You're a 4.0 student, and wow. He's a hell of a football player, and most importantly, his character is on 10. You know, so he's just an all around great kid. He works his ass off. Like anybody that knows him and anybody have seen him, the kid puts in the work. The passion for football is on 1,000 with him. You know, and this is his decision to make, and we're going to support him. The only thing we just ask, we don't want no surprise on the day that he does it. Let us know in advance. Then you know you can share.
Well, you don't want to hear that he's picking Temple. You don't want to hear that.
Let me toast.
Yeah, drink to that, Lamar. Temple.
I can see Earl now. Hey Mario, get your ass over to my house right now.
Hey man, I saw one of those former kids. He made a post about that yesterday, and I was just like, damn, you know, he kind of like put in his post with Manny goodbye letter, and he commented on it about, you know, him and 17 other kids, you know, whatever. So I just thought that was deep because it goes hand in hand in this business. As LT knows, you know, you can't be mad when coaches go get another job to better themselves, you know, whatever. And you can't, and sometimes you can't get mad if a kid was committed to your school and then the kid decide, you know, he wants to go to another school. I mean, that's just the nature of the business.
Right. Well, no matter what happens, I'm sure if he picks Bama, look, you're part of us, and so we're going to be rooting for him. Not Alabama so much, but we'll be rooting for your son, obviously, because he's part of us. He just is. He's part of the U family, whether he goes there or not. We'll support him, definitely.
No doubt, and that's the way it's supposed to be, you know. And people got to understand these young men. They have a lot of pressure on them during this time because mentally it's draining, you know. And but one thing I wanted for him, I didn't want it to be so draining with him because that's why back in 2019 I took him up to LSU, you know, where that's where his heart was, you know, LSU. So I took him up there. I took him to Oklahoma. I took him up to Alabama to watch them play LSU. I took him to LSU in the SEC championship game against Georgia. I took him to LSU to watch them play Florida because I wanted him to kind of get a feel of the whole recruiting process because when it get time to take those visits, you know, it's going to get tough because you got everybody coming at you and like he's one of the top guys in the country overall. And, you know, so a lot of people are after him, you know, like Florida State was here on Sunday night. They were 6 deep.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you, Earl. That was the question I was getting to before I took another sip of my drink. Listen, the fact that you've had people come in your house, I mean, for me personally as a coach, man, that was like game time to me because I felt like that was my strength. To be able to come into someone's home, to be able to talk to that kid, talk to that parent, figure out who was the key person that was making that decision, helping him making that decision, be able to make them feel comfortable. You've had some people come into your house, man. How has that been, man? Because you've seen some different styles. Like you said, you had a solo guy come in, you had bunches of people come in. It's some different stuff going on, you know. How has that been, the whole process of that?
Well, the way to eliminate that, and this goes out to a lot of the parents, you know, because me being a coach and also being a parent, you know, and me going through that process myself, you know, back in the dinosaur years.
Not that old, man. You're not that
old. But you have to learn the system, you know, and ask questions because a lot of these parents don't understand that and they don't get into it. They'll just let a high school do it or a so-called street agent that just trying to get something out of the kid. They'll let the high school coach or some guy just do it who really not in it for the best interest of the child. You know, so as far as what Earl was blessed, you know, you have both parents and he also blessed to have me as a former player that has been through it, you know, and I just educated him on it, you know, so because for one, I told from the best coach to the last coach that nobody's going to force him into committing. He's going to take all his visits unless he doesn't want to take them anymore. He still have an unofficial visit that he can take. You know, he didn't take all of them. You know, and he was going to.
You mean official?
I'm sorry. Official visit. Yes. He still have one more official visit, and he also can go back out to USC if he wanted to because they have a new coach, so he can do USC again. And he also can do whatever if you want to, but I just wanted those guys to know that you're not going to pressure my child to doing anything committing. And some of these guys are so good, LT, as you know, they can sell water to a well, boy. And I'm not going to say the coach's name, but boy, that boy got it down pat.
Amen.
Earl, a couple things. You went out to Oregon more than once. I think you went twice, correct?
Right.
That right there speaks volumes of how you feel about Mario Cristobal and the level of program that he runs. Tell us real quick what you saw on those 2 visits when you went to Oregon.
Man, I saw the passion. I saw the passion for the student athletes, the passion for the university, and just that South Florida connection. You know, and what he thinks about our child. You know, as far as not just a football player, but just as a great kid. You know, and just going out there and seeing it, because when we went out there in the summer, it was right after the USC trip. We left USC, went to LAX, and we flew up to Oregon, and we was only there we got there that early evening, and then we left the next day. Then we spent a couple of days out there with our family members before we flew back home. And but then we went out there on an official visit for the Civil War. That's something that we had already planned, that we was gonna take an official visit out there. And you know, we didn't get to spend so much time with him because, you know, they had to prepare, they had meetings and stuff like that. And we was getting ready to go to dinner. We was getting prepared to go to dinner with the coaching staff on Saturday night after the game. He FaceTimed me. And I was in the hotel room and I saw my phone light up. And then I looked at it, and then it was back dark. So I went and tapped on the screen, and I had a missed FaceTime call from him. And he called me, and I called him back, and then I'm looking, and I'm like, damn, man, he look like he in a damn spaceship. Like, where is he? You know, because I know the facilities at Oregon, I'm telling you, bro, they're the best in the country. They're the best in the country. So I'm like, man, is this like a different room in there? And I'm looking. And so we talking, and actually he was on a private jet, and he was on his way back to Miami because he had got word in midweek that his mom was ill. So he flew home right after the Civil War game. And he apologized to me that he wasn't going to be able to have dinner with us, and man, and we told him, we was like, hey, bro, you got to handle that. Go take care of that. Don't even worry about us. You know, we're good. You know, one thing he said to me, man, he said it to me last night, and he said it to me before he got off the FaceTime when he was flying back home after the Civil War game. He said, man, no matter what goes on with this decision, he said, we're family. You know, he said, you know, we're still going to be friends. We're still family members, you know, and stuff like that. And, you know, to hear a guy like that, you know, when somebody BSing and you know when somebody being sincere, you know, and I can see it on his face, you know.
Yeah, as a parent, you have to believe he's going to get a lot of these Miami kids.
Maybe
no
not
doubt. Yourself, but he's going to get a lot of these kids.
No doubt. He's definitely because you see, man, he pounded the pavement. Like I tell you, man, he had on the same suit, the same tie, you know, and we was he got over here, you know, because we both was doing something, and we was trying to make it work because mom, she's going to be out of town for the weekend, going out to Los Angeles, and so we were just trying to, because he wanted to come through this morning before he get out of town. And I was like, that's not gonna work. Right. So we made it work last night. So we made it work. It happened, and then he pulled up solo and had what's Scarface buddy in the movie, the one that got killed at the end of the movie. He had his little road dog with him sitting outside the car.
So tell us about the home visit, Earl. Tell us what happened. Tell us about the home visit. What is a home visit like with Mario Cristobal?
Well, he just came in, and we sat at the island inside the kitchen, and we just talked, and just talked about Miami, talked about talk about, you know, I know the system he's going to run. He kind of gave me some tips, you know, I don't want to talk on about, you know, coaches and stuff like that, you know. So he's definitely trying to get this thing right, and he wants to get it back. You know, he spoke about academics. You know, he also spoke about you know, how this thing got made. You know, the people that was behind the scene that really made this thing happen for him. You know, and I asked him straight up. I said, how to Phil Knight, you know, his guys take it over there at Oregon. You know, because you know, and he said it was tough, and looking at it was kind of almost emotional. I know he really cares about that program. He really cares about Eugene. He really cares about those kids that he recruited out there, you know. So he's all in with them, and you know, and that's family for life as him as well, you know. But you know, they made it happen for him to come. But it was a great visit, man. It was really just it wasn't no really kiki ha ha and all that. You know, it was just business and talking and just trying to get things done the right way.
And Junior was there with you, with the two of you, sitting with you, or was it a lot of you and Mario one-on-one?
Yeah, it was Jesse, me, and Junior came down. He came down because we was at a tattoo parlor. He was getting another tattoo, and then so we had to hurry back, and then Mario was hurrying up, so we were trying to make it work, and then we made it work. So he was finishing up a tat on his leg, and then he came on. We showered up, you know, and then he came downstairs and he talked, and Mario always, every time you look at him, he's like, man, that's a good looking kid, man. They don't really make him like that, man. He was like, man, that's a good looking kid, you know. So he said that when we got there in June. He said that when we was up there a couple of weeks ago, and he said it last night, you know, because like if you haven't seen Earl in person, you know, he's a big cornerback, you know, and he's a fit kid, you know. He's very and he loves to work out. He's really into training.
Hey Earl, the Dolphin Killer. I got a regret, man. I should have got in contact with you before and had you slip my name in there to my dog and say, hey, man, you got to get LT in the building. Whether it's the janitor, I could be the janitor, bro. I could be one of the best janitors in the world, but I got to be in the building, son. So I should have contacted you, bro. My bad.
How about men's room attendant? I think we could work on that for you.
I could do all that. I just want to be in the building. I think for a lot of us, we want to see this. We want to see this thing turn around, and this is where it segues into, you know, we're excited about one of our own being in that building and running it. And, you know, as you sat there and you watched that press conference or you saw snippets of it, you had to feel some type of goosebumps because, you know, we've all had that feeling that, hey, man, one day we want to help this program and
Right.
for our voice to be heard and to see one of our guys be able to do it and to get $8 million doing it. Shit, that's right up there. That's right up there, bro.
That's way up there.
Way up there.
Way up.
A lot of zeros, man. But like you said, man, you hit the nail on the head. And LT, as you know, inside our Canes WhatsApp group chat, you know, I spoke highly on it. You know, we had our little discussions about it a couple months ago, or however long ago that was. And just to go back to before Al Golden got there, me and Mario was talking during that time because I know he was really interested in getting that job before Golden got it, you know, or whatever. And we had talked.
That was 2015, right?
Was it 15?
Let me look back in my phone. I got receipts.
No, I think he was there before that.
Yeah,
Randy was there from like 07 to 11 or something like that.
Well,
right.
I know 2015 we had some pretty in-depth conversation, but we carry on. My
okay.
bad.
Yeah. So Mario and I was talking, and I can't remember who was the other guy. You know, we was talking during that time, and then obviously he didn't get the job, and so now he's got it, man. It's great to see because you know you got to put in the work, and like LT, you definitely qualified, you know, to coach anywhere in this country, you know, and but to actually see one of our guys get it, you know. And especially a guy that been through those trenches, you know, that won a national championship, you know, that lost a big game and know how it is to come back. Yeah, you got two, exactly, you know, and for him to see him do it, you know, one of us, you know what I mean, because you know, it means a lot because some people always say, some people they say, oh well, we don't need another guy that played at Miami. Well, shit, we gave everybody else a chance. You know, this guy right here is qualified. He's highly qualified. You know, yeah. Some people like to talk about the FIU record. Yeah, he built that program up to go to a bowl game.
Yeah,
you know, there's a reason why the GOAT called him and wanted him to join his staff. And while he was in Alabama, he was a national, the top national recruiting coach in the nation. I think 2 times over there. Then he goes to Oregon. Then he goes to Oregon over there. He's over there at Oregon. He's getting kids from all over the country to come to Eugene. And if you haven't been to Eugene, it don't look like South Florida. You know, but it's beautiful at the same time. It's really beautiful, but you know, it rains a lot over there, you know, and so, but it rains here, but you know, our rain, it may come down, dogs, cats in the kitchen sink for 10 minutes, and then it's beautiful for the remainder of the day. But like LT said, man, just to see him to come back and be able to get that, because he know what it's about. You know, to have guys like Jimmy Johnson speak on him, Coach Erickson speaks on him. You know, Coach Saban spoke about him. You know, about how great it is to have him back down here at the U, and even his alumni brothers that been through the trenches with him, the guys who didn't play with him before and after. You know, so everybody's excited, like LT said.
Earl, you got one official visit left.
Not me.
No, Junior. Junior has one official visit left. Does he take it to Miami this weekend?
I don't know. Honestly, I haven't. We haven't even talked about that. You know, because one thing about, like I said earlier, one thing about this whole recruiting stuff, it can be mentally draining on a lot of these kids. You know, because it was tough for him to go out there. I'm just being blatantly honest. It was tough for him to go out on an Oregon trip. You know, but he did it. You know, because he know that he had told Mario that he was coming, so he had to fulfill that. You know, but he was just like, man, it's tough. You know, and then USC wanted him to come back. They reached out last week. They wanted him to come back out like this weekend. You know, but he just didn't want to take that trip. You know, to go back out west because it's draining and it's tired. So, but if that's what he wants to do, then so be it. Yeah, he could do it. I'm not telling him that he can't. Like, shit, he went to Florida State on an official visit. He went to Florida State on an unofficial visit.
Yeah,
twice.
I'm walking into the stadium at the Miami Florida State game. I ran into you guys in the parking lot. Like,
exactly. But that's how real I am. You know, that's just because I went to UM doesn't mean that I'm gonna tell my son you can't go to Florida State on an official visit. Right. You know, that's bullshit. You know, anybody that all this, oh yeah, I'm a true Cane and all that. That's bullshit. When your kid is involved and you doing it the right way as a parent, that's what you do.
Yep. Hey, final question before we let you go. You talk to people up at Bama. They say it's done deal. There is no chance Earl Little Jr. is going anywhere else. He's coming to Bama. Nick's got him locked up. He just wants to make a signing day announcement. That's the only reason he's not on the commit list. As we sit here on Wednesday night, a week before signing day, obviously we got a lot of people in Miami watching this show. Is there any chance for Miami, or is it really a done deal for Alabama?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, like I said, I haven't talked to him because this is the way that we're doing it as a family. Get these home visits over with, and then you sit down when Jessie come back from Los Angeles. When she come back, you sit down and you talk about this, and then let them say, hey, we don't want to find out when the whole world find out. Let us know, before, and that's what we agreed to. And then, we got one more home visit. The GOAT coming tomorrow. So,
is he?
Yeah,
GOAT.
Is he going to park his helicopter on your roof?
Bro, you got the GOAT coming to the crib?
Yeah.
Hey, bro. Hey, he come in. He got a special smell to him. I done been there where. Hey, look, I've been there where the head coach at a certain high school has said, "Hey, LT, man, got to cut this short a little bit. I gotta go do something." And I circle back, and I see guys coming in the door. Mario and Nick coming in the door. I'm like, God damn. And it's a special smell to them. I mean, I said, God damn. I mean,
I wouldn't make a big deal out of this, Earl, because there could be people in the bushes ready to pick him off if they know he's Miami.
I would have loved to see Nick in the house and Mirabal and Mario pull up and
on the outside. We're getting it on. We're going on. Hey man, Earl, we appreciate you, man. We're gonna be watching. When is that decision gonna be made?
We haven't came down with a date because they're trying to plan something at Heritage, so we're not sure if it's going to be on the 15th, 16th, 17th, or the 18th. I'm thinking probably maybe the 16th or the 17th. He'll go ahead and let everybody know. But like I said, man, we're going to go once the GOAT come down. You got the GOAT and all his coaches coming down tomorrow. Yeah. So they're going to be here, and they're going to be here all day. So
all right, bro. All right, bro. All right, hey man. Hey, we love you, bro. We want to see the best, man. We obviously we pulling for these guys right here, but you got to make a decision that's best for you and your family, and your son has to make that decision. So we wish you nothing but the best of luck, and we're gonna cheer for him regardless because you part of the Canes family, and he grew up being a Cane. So much love to you, man, and we'll talk on the WhatsApp. Love you,
Yeah.
bro.
And Earl, if we see you on national TV in the stands there, it's okay to wear a Bama shirt, but wear the Miami hat. Do something so people know.
Hey, you know,
you
Jalen
don't want to do a whole flip.
Jalen Ramsey is his favorite defensive back, right? And at one time when he was younger, he was like, when Jalen was playing at Florida State, I would take him to UM games and they'd be cheering for Jalen. And, I'm like, hold up, man, what are you doing? Right. And then he was like, man, I'm going to go to Florida State. Whatever. I'm like, man, I said, you go to that school. I said, yeah, I'll be in the family section. I said, but I'm going to have on my UM gear. So I would not put on that garnet and gold.
There it is. Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
But as a parent, like you said, as a parent, yeah, you will. Yes, right.
Love you,
Earl, thank you so much,
Thanks,
man.
Good luck to you, man. Good luck to you. We'll be
Great
watching.
seeing you. Good luck with everything the next week and making that decision.
Yeah, and have a great holiday too, my friend.
Thank you, same to you guys, man. I appreciate you guys, and I want to appreciate it's only a few, but I want to appreciate those real fans out there that's very, very supportive that hit me up with DMs, and all that stuff, and really saying, hey, man, we would love to see him in orange and green, but if you go actually saying the same thing some of you guys saying, because there's only a handful of people that you got to laugh at them sometimes. Sometimes social media, boy, they just gave a lot of people a whole lot of talk, but
it's brutal.
But I'm from Scott Projects, man. I'm built tough, man. So nothing's bothering me because I know what we're doing right by our child.
Hey, any kid that gets 2 Christmas trees and I assume double the presents, it's all right by all of us, man.
It's time for him to go to college.
Hey, if we do this show tomorrow night, we'll see how many presents Saban left under that tree.
All right, man. You guys have a good one.
Thank you, man.
God bless, man.
All right,
love you.